Yo, how's it going everyone? Welcome to another video! Today we are going to be doing tips and tricks on Bloodbath. And it's been a while since I made a tips and tricks video for just any level. So today we're going to be doing it for Bloodbath. Well, I myself haven't beaten this level yet, though I have some amazing progresses like 59% and roughly 22 to 100, and I think those are some really amazing runs, and that only proves that I can for sure beat this level at any time. I just need to warm up for it and need to play it a bit more often, so let's just hop right into it. Alright, so here we go, Bloodbath by Riot. Let's go. Okay, so we're gonna go through practice mode and then I'm gonna explain each part and how to get consistent on it. Okay, so here we get to this part, right? So you wanna do a little maneuver over here and then do a little straight like this. And then once you pass this spike, start slowly going upwards like that and make sure to drop down like this. But don't do this part like this, because otherwise you're way closer to this spike over here. So you want to like go as high as possible, then drop down and make one click here into this tiny little straight fly. Hit the orb, don't hit the yellow orb, of course, that should already be self-explanatory, and then hit this blue orb over here. Oh wait, just not super late, otherwise that can happen. So now here we go. This is just a bunch of straight flying, and if you have the so-called feather hands like me, just drop down here and then do straight flying. And then once you enter that mini portal, make sure to do 2 clicks, like that, and then hold. Whoop! And then I'm pretty sure that you can't buffer this click over here if you are on anything above 144, so that click needs to be delayed if you're not playing on 144 Hz. Just delay it by a little bit. Here, let me show you. Whoop! Delay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So yeah, wow, I accidentally exited out. Here you want to click late, or like once you collide with this little pulsating thing. Also, hold on, I'm quickly going to make sure to enable one thing in Mega Hack V5. So it's hold to prevent me from accidentally exiting out, like how I did like a minute ago. So you want to delay this click over here if you're not playing on 144. If you're not playing on 144 Hz, then that click needs to be delayed. But if you're on 144 Hz, then you can just buffer that click. Whoop. Then go like that. Don't hit this yellow orb, of course, and click from here late. Like that. It needs to be very late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then here we go up. And make sure to hold fully, and once you enter this portal, make sure to make a tiny click instead of doing something like this. Let me show you what I mean. Yeah, something like that. Feels a bit more inconsistent, rather. So do it like this. I've seen this kind of tip from Aeon himself, and I also find this a bit more consistent. And make a little click over here, slowly go up, and then once you're about here, then drop down. And okay, so here, make a little one click here, and once you're about to hit those spikes, recenter yourself here and then do the straight fly. Like this, then go up and then hold. Now, for this part, it's mostly sync based. Yeah, it's sync based. So, the sync is pretty cool, but the timings are still pretty difficult. Still, you should practice this part a decent chunk. But it does get consistent, trust me. It's not like the worst part in the level. Then click like here, like this. 1, 2. And now, that was the pre-drop, right? And now, here we go. Oh yeah. Yeah, so here we have Michi's part. Then, this is just a bunch of triple spikes. They get pretty consistent. You just... players tend to die to those time to time. So yeah, those are just basic triple spikes. But if you don't want to do like every single triple spike, you can also do this. Yeah, this is actually possible. You just need to time it very perfectly. See, like that. Though I wouldn't recommend doing that because it's simply too risky, even though it's only like 1/4 of the level throughout. So consider doing all the triple spikes. Now jump here, recenter yourself here, and then do easy straight fly. Now for this ball part, usually I like to use these kind of like lines on these platforms. So they're basically like some sort of visual cue, right? And they really do help a ton. So you just make sure to click late. See? Like that. See? Not that bad. Now for this UFO, now this UFO right here is deemed to be arguably the most hated section in this whole part. So I do have some tips for you guys. So basically I click late here, but not super late, otherwise this can happen. Like I would actually end up hitting this red spike over here. So just jump here late, but not super early, kinda. And then basically I like to listen to my clicks. I know that's really bizarre, but it does help. Or what I like to do is when I see my UFO hitting the spike, I tend to jump like right away. See, it's not that bad. It's still one of the inconsistent parts, okay? So don't expect this to get like 100% consistent. Now for that like fourth click, like here, don't be scared of those spikes. Don't worry about them. They're fake, so they can't kill you. But those red ones, yes. And once you do that, make sure to hold like that, then do those triple spikes. The first one is a buffer, and then do those two next ones that you have to time. Now for this wave part, I just like to do a bit of like wiggle, right? Like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a pretty weird part, but you can also do it like that, though it's pretty risky. It's a pretty tricky part. But it's a way more consistent compared to the UFO. This is just a buffer click. It's a pretty easy click, so yeah, no worries about that. Now here we get to what's it called? Evasion, right? Yup. So this is basically just some pretty simple ship maneuvering. Now another straightforward wave. Now for this, the end of this wave, you can do it either like this or something like this. Like those with the additional clicks. So also make sure to enter this UFO portal kind of late, but not like super late. Kind of like in the middle, okay? Otherwise that can happen. So yeah, be aware of that. Now for here, you want to make sure to click here once and then hit the pink orbs. 1, 1, 2. Make sure to double click and then hit the pink orb. 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 1, 1. 2 clicks again and then the pink orb. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Click late. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. We get to arguably the hardest part of the level, in my opinion. Though please don't make a cataclysm in the comments because of this. But I think this part that we just got to is arguably harder than Michi's part. Though you guys might have different opinions than me, but yeah, I think this part is the hardest one, at least for me. But I do have some tips for you guys. So let's start. So you want to make one simple easygoing click once you enter it, or two, do it how you think is easier for you. Then do this little straight fly right here and then go up like this. And then some people are wondering whether they just like slowly recenter themselves for this straight fly over here or to hit this block. And from what I heard, doing it this way without hitting this block down here is so much more consistent. So yeah, do it like that. Don't do it with like hitting the block. So just avoid the block, don't hit it, and just straight fly like right over here, then land here, and then make one click, and then do like 3 clicks, like that, see? I think that's pretty consistent. Then you want to time this yellow word, hold, and then go down, then make one click, and then do some straight flying, like this. And then from here, this is just some wiggle, and yeah, once you pass the straight fly at 49, you basically passed the part. So I think that was the entire crack. Now, once you get here, this little like block that's moved a bit down, you don't want to land here. You want to jump at the very edge of this first one. But it's a pretty tricky jump. And then time this yellow orb late and then buffer the blue orb. Yep, just like that. Now that was the so-called hard parts, the harder half. Now we get to Sonic Man. Now I can give you guys my click pattern, since I found a pretty consistent click pattern, so you guys can also use it yourselves. So let me show you guys an example. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, that didn't work. 1, 2, wait. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn, that mini UFO, the second one, is pretty tough. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so once you do that, we enter this ball and we have a pretty tricky first timing. You want to click late and then buffer the next 2 clicks after that. Then click immediately here, then hit the yellow orb here, right? And then hit the first blue orb instantly and then time the yellow orb a little bit, right? Like this, 1, 2, 1, 2. So basically why exactly is that is because in some cases you could actually end up hitting this saw if you use a different method. So yeah, be aware of that. And then hit all those orbs quickly, and now we get a bit of spam at the very end of Sonic Man. Basically I do this section here in 5 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 1, 2. So yeah, don't hit the blue orb at the end. Also, be careful of this section because even though it was bug fixed like a year ago or something, you could actually still end up like getting like underneath those pads. So yeah, be careful. In some cases you could actually also do this, like land on the very edge of that, so avoiding that like bug is like more like, so basically avoiding a bug on this auto part is more like frequent, so you don't get that bug in this other section as often. So yeah, that was Sonic Man's part. Now we get to answer another click pattern with the UFO. Let me show you guys. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Now be careful of that spike. You don't want to hit it. So make a little maneuver here and then land here. Those spikes are fake. Then go up, straight fly, go down, 1, 2, 3, whoop, 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 like that. So make a little click here, then go down, then go up, 1, 2, 3, whoop, 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 like this. Easy. Though, be careful of that infamous 79 transition. So yeah, once you do that, you just want to do that, like skyrocket into the portal, and then once you do that, you just do a easy going straight fly. Okay, and now we get here. This pad will automatically move you up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. So yeah, click late here and here. Slightly delay the yellow orb and click here immediately and time this blue orb here as well. Click immediately from here and time this orb over here. 1, 2. And then you could do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You don't want to hit the 4th blue orb. Now here goes another click pattern kind of section. So you want to do this specific segment in 2 clicks. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hold on. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Then go up and then do a bit of controlled spam. You don't want to overdo it, otherwise you'll hit the spikes. Now we get to Giron's part, and make sure to slowly like fly down a little bit. It's a pretty tough maneuver, and hit this yellow orb in the middle. Same applies for the pink orb, though it's a harder timing. And then hit the yellow orb a bit late as well. Then recenter yourself here, and then do a straight fly. Now from here, you want to jump immediately, and then slightly time those orbs. Let me show you. 1, 2, 1, and like that, just like that. 1, 2, 3. So you don't do this. Yeah, see, that's what happens when you buffer those. So you want to delay them. 1, 2, hold on. 1, 2, whoop. And once your minicube jumps here, you need to release immediately, because if you keep holding, your top cube is going to jump into this spike and then it will be game over. Now here, don't do anything. This is auto. Now we get to G-Boy's part. Now click here immediately thing here, slightly delay this blue orb, jump here like a bit late, and then also a bit late into the UFO, just don't buffer it, otherwise that happens. And then hit the blue orb in the middle, like this. Let me show you. What? Be careful of this straight fly entrance. You need to like make one maneuver and then straight fly, like this. Now click late from this platform, 1, 2, and then buffer the next one, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Now, I feel like you have some sort of visual cue here as well. Yeah, once you collide with this line, you could click here. Just don't do it too early, otherwise this happens, right? So yeah, do it like this. 2 clicks, like 2 quick clicks. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, like this. Then click here and then go into this structure. 1, 2, and then click again in the chain. You need to slightly delay this ridiculous click, same as the next one. It's pretty nerve-wracking. 1, 1, 2. Now we get to Riot's part, which is only 1 click. Now, you could decide whether you want to jump onto this GG side or if you want to do the triple. Though I wouldn't recommend doing that because this spike also exists, so you don't want to do that. But yeah, this is possible. Or if you don't want to take that route, just go underneath and jump over the triple. Easy like that. Though be careful of the triple because it's a flashing kind of triple. So yeah, that was tips and tricks on Bloodbath. And the one tip I completely didn't give at the end for that last triple is to don't just jump too early or too late. So think it's like a basic triple spike that doesn't flash, okay? And you'll do it with ease. So yeah, no more need to worry. And yeah, that was tips and tricks on Bloodbath. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. See ya for now.